All right. Good morning, friends and family. We are still celebrating all things spring and all of the creatures that seem to creep out in the springtime. And so this morning we are going to read The Very Greedy Bee. Let's find out how greedy this bee is and what he does, okay? Greedy means like you want and want and want and want, and you want stuff and you take it and take it and take it and just
not nice.
sometimes you can still be nice, but sometimes you just want so much that you forget about other stuff that's important. Okay, so let's read about the very greedy bee. Let's see what he's greedy for. How does that sound? The very greedy bee. Oh, look at, what shape are all of these, kindergarten? Hexagons. Yeah, they have 6 sides. They're all hexagons. Do you know what those are called? Honeycomb. That's the honeycomb. That's the comb part. Yeah. All right. Here we go. Are we ready? The very greedy bee. In a busy, buzzy beehive lived a very greedy bee. All the other bees worked hard making honey and cleaning the hive, but the greedy bee spent all day long gobbling pollen and guzzling nectar. Slurp, slurp, burp. Slurp, slurp, burp. Ooh, what do you think he's eating? What do you think he's greedy for? Pollen, maybe. The greedy bee wouldn't share his nectar with anyone. He wouldn't even let a tired ladybug sit on his flower. Find your own flower, he shouted. This one's mine. Oh, what's he being greedy about on this page? He doesn't want to share his flower, does he? And when one day the greedy bee found a meadow full of the biggest, juiciest flowers he had ever seen, he decided not to tell anyone. Yummy, he buzzed. Lots and lots of flowers, and they're all for me. Wow. What's he being greedy about on this page? He doesn't want to share his flowers, does he? No. The greedy bee whizzed and bizzed from flower to flower, slurping and blurping and growing fatter and fatter and fatter and fatter. At last his tummy was full, and he settled down on a big pink flower in the warm yellow sunshine and fell fast asleep. When the greedy bee woke up, it was dark. He tried to fly, but his tummy was so roly and poly that biff, bang, thump, he went down instead of up and crashed, biff, bang, thump, to the ground. I'm scared, cried the greedy bee, and I don't know how to get home. Then he saw 2 glowing eyes in the long grass. Eek, he cried, a monster! It's coming to eat me! But it wasn't a monster. It was 2 friendly fireflies, their bottoms glowing in the dark. What's wrong? They asked. I'm too full to fly, wailed the greedy bee, and I can't walk home in the dark. Follow us, said the fireflies, and they all set off on the long, long journey home. Through the forest of flowers and squishy mud, over the hills and under the stars, trudged the greedy bee. He had never walked so far, and he was very tired. Nearly there, called the fireflies. Then they heard the whoosh of the rushing water. I'm almost home, cried the greedy bee excitedly. It's the stream! And it was, but his hive was on the other side of it. Oh, no, said the greedy bee sadly, flopping down on the grass. How will I ever get across? We'll help you, said the tiny ant with the big leaf. Ooh, got any ideas how they're going to get that greedy bee across the stream? Sid. Ooh, they're going to put him on the big leaf? What do you think, Blake?
I think that's going to make a boat out of the big leaf.
Oh, let's see if you girls are correct. Those are great ideas. The ant and his friends flipped the big leaf into the water. Jump on, they cried. Helped by the fireflies, the greedy bee and the ants made their way splishing and splashing to the other side of the stream. Ooh, were the girls right?
Yeah.
Yes, they made it into a little boat. And who's doing all the rowing to get the The ants. And who's helping pull and push the leaf? The fireflies. Yep. What teamwork. Hooray! I'm home, cheered the greedy bee. Where have you been? Asked the other bees. I overslurped, said the greedy bee. I would have never made it home if my new friends hadn't been so kind. And now I'm going to share my best honey with them. Would you like some too? Yes, said the other bees. Let's have a party. Who's this bee right here?
The queen.
Ooh, the queen bee. Everyone enjoyed a midnight feast of yummy, runny honey, all except for one very sleepy, very happy, and not so greedy bee. Is this the greedy bee?
Yeah.
Is he resting? Yeah, he's very tired, hasn't he? And that is the end. So, kindergarten, what does it mean to be greedy?
Not share.
Yeah, keep things for yourself and not share, and want more than everybody else, right? And not share. Is that a good way to act? No, we want to share, don't we? Sharing is a good thing. All right. Well, for those of you at home, we hope you have a fabulous day, and we hope you're not greedy today either.